Press the record button. My bad.
I guess I better do the same.
Good thing we just started. I just remembered. You're a blob.
You're 30 minutes later than expected.
Lamau. You actually expected us to come ask for your help.
So, do you have the cash?
No.
I don't have any on me right now, but I will eventually.
Truly. You're gonna actually try and get 5 million Shien, dude?
Very well. I don't require you to have it immediately, but you will pay me 5,500,800 Shien eventually.
What? Where is the extra 800,000 coming from?
Huh? But you said it was 5 million before.
It's an additional fee for making me wait. And for the coffee. I told you, I don't work for cheap.
Man, I don't like you. I don't like you, man.
Oh,
I used to think you mommy, but still.
So ruthless. A greedy little money demon.
Yep.
I think I'll call this one Hell Aura.
I won't force your hand. Whatever you decide is up to you. While you think it over, I'm going to order some cake.
Wait, do I have to pay for that too?
Of course. I'll add it to the bill.
Great. Fantastic, right? It's just like, come on, dude. I'm not rich. I'm just a kid, and debt is a nightmare.
All right, I'll pay you all 5.5 million and 800 Shien. Got it? Please don't have the cake.
It's a deal. You made a wise choice.
The fact that she's like, it's a deal without adding the cake is like, still, bruh.
I have no obligation to help others, but I work sincerely according to the payment I receive. That is my pride as a detective.
I get it. I understand it. I get, like, you are absolutely Captain Reynolds' ideal of I do the job and I get paid. I absolutely respect the hustle. But there are just certain things that were just kind of like, bro, you can't just ask a kid for 5 million Shien. That's completely unnecessary, and that is completely over the top. Basically, you're setting yourself up to only work for rich clientele.
I will be your eyes and limbs, and help solve this crime with everything I have.
And the problem with her price point is that money corrupts. So basically, if she gets paid enough money, there is no way we can just not doubt her if she would like lie to hide the truth of the case. So it's just kind of like, bruh.
However, know this. You must be the one to complete the boy's assignment.
Me?
Yeah, because she's just assisting you, dude.
You are the one who was asked to solve this case. All I will do is provide support.
Valid.
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have taken a job, you must finish it.
Rich clientele are the best to extort, but they can also extort you. Let's not even play. Let's not even play the whole, oh, the rich are dumb. They are not dumb. There's a reason why they're rich, and it's not because they're dumb. It's because they are extremely clever and crafty.
In other words, as of now, I have taken up a position as your assistant.
Okay.
Really, Halara? You'll be my assistant?
That's what the case... You literally asked her to help!
Of course. I'm here to assist per your case. Just rest assured in the cards you've been dealt.
Oh, okay. How do we know she won't betray us if the peacekeepers give her a bunch of money to give the... yeah, exactly. Exactly. How much... What is her value worth? That's the big question when it comes to, like, detectives or just workers like her who have such a high price. It's just like, how much are you willing to be paid off? And if she sets her price at 5 million for a case, and she asks a child to pay it, who knows where her values lie?
All right, thank you.
Master has no memory and no guts. And now he has no money either.
It's not like you're telling us anything.
Talk about a triple threat.
Oh my lord.
Oh, be quiet. So, what do we do now?
To confirm, our target is the true culprit of the Nailman killings, correct?
Yep.
The peacekeepers have decided that the boy's father is the Nailman and arrested him.
What if she's already paid off and is a spy? Ooh, that'd be a nice twist. A little cliche, but kind of a nice twist.
But I refuse to accept that outcome.
See, a better twist would be Vivia. If Vivia was the spy. That'd be a better twist.
After we finish the investigation, we may find out the boy's father is actually the Nailman.
If that's what you conclude, then I'll believe you, Halara.
Is what it is.
Believe? What a foolish line of reasoning. To believe in another is the shallowest concept one can uphold.
Really?
All people lie. All people change their minds.
Doesn't that include you amongst people?
As a detective, you must suspect all others, even me.
Okay.
Yep, a detective must doubt everything.
Of course. Because if you truly believe in something, that's where you make the mistake of masking mistakes with that belief.
Still, I will believe what you say, Halara. I trust my instincts on this.
Okay.
Out of the question. A detective must never overlook a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed.
Okay.
A detective must always prioritize solving a case.
Yep.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
That's the WDOs.
You're free to think of me as you wish. However, the truth must be found with your own eyes.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is no point in continuing as a detective. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes. Continuing as a detective. I still haven't found meaning in being a detective. What's Halara trying to make me see?
It's trying to make you less naive and less, like, vulnerable. Because, I mean, she did just kind of save you from just running in and just being beaten by the peacekeepers. So, you are a little, like, off the handle in terms of just, like, being able to control your emotions to where you're just saying, oh, I'll believe you. It's like, hold on there. Hold on there.
I'm no good at this.
A naive guy like yourself might be incompatible with such a straight-laced detective like this one. Maybe someone totally unmotivated would be better. Like that guy sleeping under the piano.
Maybe later down the line.
Vivia? I'm not sure if unmotivated is the right word.
Anyway, Master, I've been wondering... Is this Halara person a man or a woman?
That's actually a good question, but I don't think it's necessarily relevant to them helping the case.
Now that you mention it, I have no idea.
I'm just gonna make an assumption they. Until Halara reaches otherwise. I've always assumed female because eyelashes, very obvious pink glasses, more of a feminine frame, but at the same time, could be a man, could be non-binary. Ain't no one way or another.
If you're ready, we'll start the investigation. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Will this stream be saved? Yes, and if you are a member, you will immediately have access to it immediately after the stream ends. If you are not a member, you will have to wait a week where it will be posted on WOF.
You missed your chance to ask. But then again, I also don't really care.
You finished investigating the clock tower, didn't you?
Yep.
Now we will investigate the past Nailman cases.
The past ones?
These are serial killings, aren't they?
Oh, so you want to investigate the past murders as well?
Makes sense.
And through investigating each one, we can conclude if the boy's father is really the culprit or not.
Sounds reasonable.
Oh, but we don't know where the other crimes took place. Should we ask around town?
Probably, yeah.
I already know.
Oh.
There are at least 3 additional crime scenes.
Oh, wonderful.
A secret club in Kamasaki district, a mansion in a high-end residential district, and an art gallery in Gima district.
Okay.
Huh? When did you find that out?
You think I did nothing while waiting at the cafe?
Maybe non-binary femme representing? Maybe.
I've prepared by gathering intel in order to move the investigation along.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's probably part of the extra 500,000 on top of the 5 million.
With my logic, anything is possible. But before we head to past crime scenes, the Nailman urban legend requires more research.
In terms of?
Let's visit the legend's main stage.
The main stage? Oh, you mean the church?
Really? Okay. Right,
I've
the
yet to
nails on
pinpoint
the
church's
trees of the
location.
church.
We should ask someone to guide us there.
Then we should ask the chief.
Chief would know, yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot about him. He told me to gather everyone. Lara, let's go back to the office for now. We're already way past the meeting time.
Very well. We can ask the chief to take us to the church.
Sounds good. All right. Halara is they them? Wonderful to know. All right. Let's go ahead and get on back here. So that's not the right button. There we go. Anti-war map. So let's go ahead. Oh, we can't just teleport right to the riverbank. Okay, then hold on. We'll just walk. We'll just walk. Come on, we'll walk it. All right. All right. Yeah, we forgot that we had to like literally tell people to come on back. So yeah. It's alright. Hi. You're random. Hina District sure is beautiful, isn't it? The exact opposite of Kamasaki next door. Window shopping is fun and all, but make sure you stop by the cafe. I also would recommend the art gallery, but unfortunately it's closed right now.
I see.
Thank you.
So?
He's just like one of those villagers that stands by the entrance and happily provides info. Indeed, you're treating this like a game. That's kind of odd. Alright. Let's head to Kamasaki, and then we'll head to the sewer. It should be easy enough. Right? She's absolutely a great character, but she is definitely on the side of sociopathic. But I think it's more of just like Sherlock Holmes level, whereas like she's better than everyone in terms of almost like a narcissist. Almost. But I don't think she's a narcissist in true regard. Though she could be. I guess I haven't really talked much to her. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We're on the way. All right. Here we go. Almost like this really is a game.
Master, you gotta hurry!
Oh, relax! Chill out! Like, we're almost there. Chill out. Just relax. We're almost there. Good vibes only. Jesus. Good vibes only. Anything down here? No. Good vibes only. Go. Sheesh. Like, sheesh. If Shinigami's Junko reincarnated, I'm throwing things. Straight up. I do not want Shinigami to be Junko. Please, no. Alright, what we got here?
It's the Peacekeepers.
Oh, fuck.
Stay hidden.
Oh, balls! They have the chief!
Huh? Oh, right.
Bro!
Chief? And that peacekeeper from the clock tower.
And why do you have a bouquet of flowers?
Seth Burrows. A high-ranking peacekeeper. He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
So he's high-ranking. Okay.
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
Totally.
I don't care.
Huh? What did you say?
I don't care.
Jesus.
More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
They're lying.
Nailman? Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no. I don't know anything.
I don't like you, my dude.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Totally.
Huh?
Created by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours. When something beautiful withers, It fills me with an inexplicable sorrow.
I'm sorry?
I feel so sad that it makes me want to sink a ship.
Bro.
I don't follow.
The Nailman affair will be handled by the Peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately. Bring in the detectives you sent out. The Peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on! I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer. If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
He worries me.
Fine, I get it, but can't you give me more time?
He's gone.
You okay?
Chicago, are you alright?
Yeah, you okay, man?
Oh, Yuma, and Alara, too. Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the Peacekeepers just came by.
We noticed.
I know. We were watching from over there.
Huh? You were watching? You couldn't at least help me out.
You seem busy. You seem like you got it handled.
Hold on. Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
Maybe.
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was probably us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Why? What's going on?
Bro, we have one assignment. Figure out Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. And the fact that we're not doing anything but sitting on a friggin' ship is not necessarily trying to figure out the secret. What are we supposed to do? It's like maybe this might help in figuring out why the Peacekeepers are trying to hide shit. Why are they protecting things? What are they protecting? Oh look, well, we may find Kanai Ward's secret. Hello, good morning.
It's exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask you to take us there, but you seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two!
Bro, it's not our fault that you're a pussy.
You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam?
Bro, you have our assignments! We have our assignment from number 1! You're just a pussyfoot that is just pussyfooting around!
Look, we've got 3 hours before I'm taken away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
Bro, at what point? This flip-flopping is way too damn much. You are flip-flopping way too much. Well, let's do this. Let's not do this. Oh my god, we need to push harder. Oh my god, we need to hide. Bro, pick a side, pick a lane.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather turn myself in than ever sell anyone out.
Then see? Then how about you stop being a coward and just help us do this?
Though, I wouldn't want to do that either, if I'm being honest. Never mind, forget what I just said.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
Thank you, Shinigami.
What should we do, Halara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the Peacekeepers as originally planned. With enough evidence, they will have no room to reject the truth.
But we only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as your assistant.
Okay.
With my logic, anything is possible.
That must be your just go-to catchphrase.
I don't really get it, but it seems best to leave it to you two.
Thank you for at least stepping aside.
You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map.
Please and thank you.
It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things will get even more sticky.
Fair enough.
I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting on you.
Yeah.
We have 3 hours. All right.
3 hours. You've got 3 hours to solve the case.
We have 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Seriously, I'm counting on you. There's still so much I need to do.
Really? What does that mean, sir? What does that mean, sir? Bro, that's suspicious. What do you mean there's so much he has to do? What does you mean? I don't know. Alright, come on.
You can get to the church from Kamasaki district. Time is short.
Alright,
Let's hurry!
working on it. Alright, hang on up. And we're heading on up, heading on up. Make sure that we're not missing any sides. There we go. Ulterior motive, perhaps. He really just wants to keep a status quo for something. He's hiding something. He's hiding something, and I don't know what it is. And it's bothering the hell out of me. I need more information before I can truly suss that guy out. Oh. We're going straight to the church. Take me to church!
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
Spooky, scary skeletons. Ah!
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
There is some value, but not as much as people think. It is a building that's meant to be sanctuary, but is abused as much more. So churches have a value, it's just overvalued by those who would use it as abuse in some fashion or form.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen.
I mean, in comparison to thoughts and prayers, abso-fucking-lutely, payment is much more preferred, and obviously prayers are inferior to that. But there is a comfort in even saying, I wish I may, I wish I might, or I pray something good will happen. Like, there is a value in that, whether it be a small comfort. Do you think Furio is the new Tumblr sexy man? Maybe. If not Vivio. Yeah, if not Vivi. If not Vivia, then yeah. An unfinished case he's been investigating on the downloads, hence the need for status quo? Probably. Churches are incredibly pretty. Churches are well designed, and some actually have historical value in showing how faith was the thing that kept it up. It's a matter of many churches now are absolutely abused and used as places of cult-like worship rather than sanctuaries they're supposed to be.
There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I mean, that's the side of the atheists, but sure. Or is it atheists or agnostics that believe in that?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
I'm with Yuma.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Fair enough.
Will they even listen to us?
I mean, we could try.
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the peacekeepers.
I mean, you are wearing like the blue and yellow kind of combination, which could be like peacekeepers and all that stuff. Maybe.
Is it okay to lie like that?
What's the problem with it?
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case.
We're leading for a better good. It's fine.
In order to achieve that, deception is at times required.
What's wrong with Shinigami? She's afraid of ghosts. I'm gonna repeat that one more time so it can really sink in. She's afraid of ghosts. Moving on.
Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Okay. Hi. Interesting cast of characters.
What is it you wanted to speak about?
I'm glad you all came outside rather than us going into the church.
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
We're just making sure we get our balances straight.
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
You're way too calm for this. Yuma, you're the leader here. Say something.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
Yes.
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this?
Yes.
I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
Yes, because that's what she was hired to do.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
We can work our magic.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Get going. All right. Start from the left.
For an investigation.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs, like cleaning around the church.
Must be a priest in training. That makes sense.
I also care for the forest.
Wonderful. I'm assuming that you're the one who finds all the notes on the trees.
Do you know anything about the Nailman?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night.
Okay.
When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up.
Okay.
I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
This guy's not the killer. This guy is definitely not the nail man. He's not. He's way too nervous, and it seems that it's not nervousness in terms of him hiding anything. It's more nervousness in terms of just, like, confusion of what's going on, and also the fact that his job is a little lowly. I don't think it's him.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind.
Okay.
I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
Remember Mikan? No, I know. Here's the thing. I knew about Danganronpa 2. I knew. It was Brian who didn't know. Yeah, he is... How do I say this? It seemed like the nail man is a little more... not sophisticated, but more down the nose. Someone who is very timid like him wouldn't necessarily go to all of the stops that this nailman has done. Whether he be the original or the copycat, like I mentioned. I think that the one in the tower is a copycat, as it was way too extravagant to really be considered like something more ceremony. It seemed more ceremony than it was actually meant for the killing. At least that's what we saw from like the Peacekeepers stuff. Maybe, I don't know. He doesn't seem confident enough.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Hey, knock it off.
I understand. Thank you very much.
All right. Pardon me as I take a look around real quick. I just want to make sure I have all my places bared. Ooh, I got a memory right here. Perfect. Love it. Vivia. We got another memory with Vivia. Let's go ahead. Oh, did we rank up? Hey, good shit. All right. What if it's a nail woman? Plot twist! I mean, it could be. Yeah, and plus, like, rudeness aside, he is a little too big to go through that window, and it would be very hard for him to go through that window very safely. So that's another case in point. As rude as it sounds, and as rude as it may be. So Vivia. Yeah, there's a timidness that's very genuine with him. So that's why I don't think it's him. I think he's one of those that you look at him, he's like, oh, it's like Quasimodo and all that stuff. Like, no, this could be just a very gentle giant. He could be a very gentle giant. You okay, Vivia?
I'm starting to get used to being alone with Vivia.
Oh, well, that's good.
Knowing who he is, this silence isn't really so awkward anymore.
Especially if you two are just reading a book and all that stuff, it's all good.
We don't have to force a conversation to break the silence, which makes it easier to be around him than the others.
I want to die someday.
Vivia, please.
Huh? That's awfully sudden.
Oh, did I think out loud again?
I think you did, friend.
You sure did.
Sorry about that. Guess I surprised you. I'll be careful not to think out loud next time.
Or you could talk it out and we can figure out why you think that.
You're free to say what you want, but it sounds really concerning. And I've been wondering, what do you mean by someday?
What do you want to know?
Well, all people die eventually. I suppose I'm wondering if you want to die sooner. Saying someday makes it sound like you can't die. Wait, is that what it is? You can't die?
Is that your forte, immortality?
That explains why you'd say something so strange.
Or, Yuma, we could just be talking to someone who just uses the word someday as very lightheartedly as others.
Huh? He's undead?
No, I don't think so.
That's a wonderful deduction.
I mean, sure.
I guess I'm wrong, though.
Well, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Being unable to die sounds like it's straight out of a story. So romantic. Yuma, what would you do if you gained everlasting life?
I'd be kind of miserable, to be very honest. Immortality is not as grand as people make it out to be very honest. Like, you have to watch people you love die, and then you have to reconnect with people, watch them die, watch the world burn, and it's one of those, it's a lonely life. It'd be incredibly lonely.
What would I do if I lived forever?
Probably seeing the world and talking to people are almost the same thing. So I would just explore the world, see how it changes over time.
I'd like to see the future. I want to know what the world would look like 100 years from now.
I see. I've considered that before myself. I'd like to see how the world looks when technology advances further.
Will it be a utopia or a dystopia?
Just thinking about it excites me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't even picture what that would be like.
This is getting interesting. Anything else?
If I had everlasting life, what would I want to do? I can't think of anything in particular.
I mean, there was the other option of talking to people.
That was quick.
Huh? Quick?
There is no end to human greed. Some people think that, but it's not true whatsoever.
Really?
Everything comes to an end. Just like how you couldn't think of anything else you'd want.
I think I just meant I didn't have any good ideas right now.
Someday, greed will end. Just like you would die before your greed could be satiated. Humanity too has a lifespan. If you were to live forever, you'd see how tough life can be.
Yeah.
It may be fun at the beginning, but eventually, I'm certain you wouldn't desire anything else.
Yeah.
And once you were bored of everything, you'd reach the same conclusion all others would. That you hope to die someday.
So does that mean confirmed you are immortal?
The moment you lose all desire, your final desire for death would be born. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
Does it? But wait. Vivia, by that logic, doesn't your desire to die mean you're immortal?
You're free to think what you want.
Of course.
That's not an answer.
It's a nice like little side of hey, dodge.
It's enough for today. I need to go back to my world of books.
Indeed. Okay.
Did he just give me the runaround? Or is he always like this? I can't tell.
He's always like that.
I wonder if I'll understand him better someday.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown even closer.
Good. Okay. His forte, I'm thinking, is going to be very interesting. If he's talking about life so flippantly, to where it's like, some days insinuating that he's immortal, potentially. He likes talking to a cat. Very good. Closing the bottle with one hand. There you go. Alright. Let's go ahead and just look at my abilities real quick. I have 2 that I can spend. Yeah, let's equip it. Alright. More vitality is always good. Great. Okay, good. And now we know. Let's go and save. Sounds good. Alright, let's go ahead and check the other side before we talk to everyone else. I just wanted to double verify. Ooh, what's these?
I'm sure.
This fox must be the church's symbol.
Come on.
An otherwise fine atmosphere spoiled by a lame-ass fox. A gargoyle would really tie the place together. Interesting. Give me all your yins. Yip, yip, yip. Same thing?
I'm sure.
This fox must be the church's symbol. Yep. Give me all your yins. Yip, yip, yip. Alright, so nothing here. I don't see anything else. Is that a garbage or incinerator disposal? Okay, good to know. What does the fox say? Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding ding ding. Alright, hi.
Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations.
Oh, that's lovely.
Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me.
Okay.
Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered.
Okay.
That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
Okay.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
A lot of those of the cloth, of those who take their religion very seriously, are very proud of the religion. Ain't nothing wrong with that as long as you don't use it against anyone.
Do you know about the nail man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the nail man.
That comes as a surprise from a man of the cloth.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail man for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Shinigami, he is literally a child.
Isn't it basically already like that?
You, good sir, are a little suspicious to me. That you are kind of on my list right now.
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
Okay, you have human ears, but you also have fox ears on your head? You are the second person that has animal ears on their body.
You got some nerve, calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice?
I don't know.
I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
Okay, Crusader.
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
Then why are you a nun in a church?
I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees.
Okay.
The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal!
Also, why is your arm in a cast?
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare! It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Okay. You don't have to get sweaty over that.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Hold on. Which hand is the bass typically held in? On the frets? Which hand are usually you holding the frets of a bass in? Left hand or right hand? Cause sorry, you can't see it on my avatar right now, but I'm kind of like putting my hands in like positions of guitar, trying to figure out dominant hand. So she would be holding the frets with her broken hand right now. Yeah, I'm just like, would she be able to bust her hand? She could bust her wrist, absolutely. Fingers, potentially. But her whole hand? I know, right, baby? It's very unusual. Falling out a window? But it's when we looked at the window, they're only feet. No one fell. So dominant right to like the violin. Maybe, I don't know. Not off the list just yet.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Dramatic bandaging? Potentially. You hold it on the left shoulder, you can play the guitar on the right. Okay. You can play the guitar or bass either way. Ah, okay.
It is her dominant hand.
Oh!
I'm sure of it.
Thank you.
I see.
Alright. Thank you very much. Now, who are you? You concern me already with your nonchalantness to the situation.
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Do I?
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the Nail Man and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
You're a supporter, but you're listed as a clergyman?
Yeah, that's right! I was the first on the scene!
So you're already shot up to the top of my list.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halar was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am.
Huh. Indeed.
But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member.
But you're written on the document as a clergy member.
I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
How did you come across the information that occurred to where you found the body first?
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
Really now?
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
Really?
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
So you believe in this occult you believe in this occult idea that is a magical force?
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof.
Yeah.
In that case, Look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony. Whoever's name is on it is the Nail Man's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nail Man. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
4 times already?
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I had acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the Nail Man.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nail Man and doesn't care about preventing the murders.
Yeah, 4, the Japanese name for death, yeah.
So
Is it
he's
the
an
Japanese for
occult
death?
enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
He's at the top of my list as he was the first on the scene, and using the names as kind of a coincidence is kind of a big red flag. I'm gonna place this on the table temporarily. I think he's our copycat. I think this man's our copycat.
I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
So, do you know anything about the past quote-unquote 4 murders?
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nail Man, including all past cases, obviously.
Okay.
I was the first to find the body every time.
Really? Oh yeah, because you use the name of the person who ever made the doll.
Huh? Every time?
Ah.
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it.
Just look at the name of the name tag of the doll.
I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim.
Mild form of stalking, I get it.
But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
I think he's our copycat. He's using this to be able to show... He wants to drag out the Nail Man for some reason and be able to meet him.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body.
Okay.
All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
They're locked, but not impossible to get in or out.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower.
Excluding. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, you just said 4, but like, no, excluding. Got it.
The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
Okay.
It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place.
Alright. Could the murderer have already killed someone and then put the dolls up in the woods? Maybe, potentially.
At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends.
Okay.
But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I'd found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Looks like his MO.
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics.
Like what? Give me him.
There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails. And also, the murderer leaves no trace behind.
So there's always a corpse and a doll? A doll? Or dolls with an S?
Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district.
Okay.
About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study.
Sucks.
The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside.
Okay.
Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nail Man. By then, I knew the legendary Nail Man had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district.
Okay.
It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room.
So, what I'm hearing thus far, it is a body and a doll covered in nails. Not dolls, doll. A single doll. So this fourth one had a bunch of them in a almost like ritualistic like show of display. This has to be a original versus copycat.
And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Uh-huh.
Okay, new key. Alright. I need to know more information about these dolls.
That reminds me. Is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies?
Are they all just porcelain, like, not Cabbage Patch, but like porcelain rag dolls?
I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Of course.
Doll shop?
Less of a theory and more of a suspicion. The guy sounds like a willing accomplice. Could be. Sounds like the murder sounds like a love letter. Yeah, right?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time.
Okay.
They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
Okay.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Have you ever tried the old murder says what? The servant feels too timid to be the suspect. 100%. The servant, I think, is off the list. 100%. Okay. Interesting. Has anything else strange happened?
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Other than the dolls.
Wow, what a vague question.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah?
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
Oh, really?
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
And there it is. We found our rope. We found the rope that got down from the ladder, from the window.
Can you try drawing what it looks like?
Please.
It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
Looks like half of a rope ladder. Okay, so we're missing the other half of the rope ladder. Okay.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
Really?
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out.
Servant, you are way too kind.
But I was too late. It was completely incinerated.
Sweetheart, you did not have to do that. But I do appreciate the fact that you did try and help out in something that was suspicious.
I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it.
Okay.
The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
Okay.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator. but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Interesting. Alright, and last question. About the suspect who just got in. With the rain man, like the nail man, and the guy who just got arrested.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the nailman incident.
Yeah, he's kind of SOL.
Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colon?
Yeah.
I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nailman.
No, hold on. We haven't even gotten there. He's just a suspect.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I love how you just answered that question and asked it for real.
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The nail man was born out of our situation.
Father, that is quite sacrilegious that you're speaking. That is quite sacrilegious if you are supposed to be the guide of higher power. And the fact that you're admitting to the fact that your belief is not so powerful to where those others would seek outside guidance from an alternate being, and you be so willing to accept it. That is quite sacrilegious.
You mean the nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nail dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the nail man acts as their agent, then they are also the nail man. In a way. That's how I see it. What do you think?
That's true. The nail man could be seen as a savior to some people.
But for a priest to be able to recognize them as a being helping others rather than someone who is tarnishing human life.
After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
It could just be a man got told no. That's the problem.
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Okay.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alara?
You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Okay.
Huh? You need to remember every face so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
I'm going to lay my theory on the table. This is, again, me thinking really heavily about the words that are being spoken and what has been presented. I think our priest is the original. This priest seems to give some sort of reverence to this nailman and is very humble in that regard. And if it's only as humble as leaving behind a body in a locked room with a doll and a nail, this could be our original. I don't think this nun did it. This nun is way too wild and bombastic to think of something as humble as the killings would potentially be detailed to be. I think our priest is the original. And I think the worshiper, who is currently floating, by the way, if you haven't noticed that his foot is floating off the ground, I think our floating worshiper back there is our copycat. That's why the worshiper goes to church all the time. So he can be close and be noticed eventually by the nailman. I think, yeah. It is way too convenient for the priest to already give sway to the ideas of a nailman when any priest worth their salt of pride knows that the higher power is of who they believe in. Just saying. That's my theory on the table. Again, it could change. We still have some investigating to do. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Yep.
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time
I've already
to
gave my
waste.
explanation, Mello.
Let's investigate.
I gave
the
my
other
explanation.
crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head.
Lamau.
So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
That would be the secret club in Kamasaki.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
The reason why I think Priest, again, is the culprit is because he thinks way too highly of the Nail Man, rather than absolutely admonishing the Nail Man for what they are doing. Worshipper knows too much, and has an obsession. An obsession can lead to wanting to be noticed by the Nail Man. Plus, being the first at every crime scene, way too suspicious to really ignore.